Hello everyone, I am Nishu and today I am going to discuss with you all the topic from the living world, cellular organization of the body. This is also children one of the character of a living organism. In the previous videos we have discussed about the various types of characters of a living organism. Among those, one was metabolism. Let us children now recall what we have discussed there and from there few examples we will be considering here to understand the cellular organization of the body. Now children, this cellular organization is one of the important characteristic feature of living organisms. This important characteristic feature is present only and only among the living organisms. Whether the organisms are at cellular level or they are in complex form at the level of multicellular level. But the organisms are made up of cells. When we talk about microbes, when we talk about a bacteria, when we talk about a unicellular organism, amoeba, paramecium, euglena, they all are made up of cell. They are made up of single cell, but a cell. But when we are talking about plants, animals, human beings, more complex organisms, then they are also made up of cell. But though there is not one cell, more number of cells are there. But even then, the body is made up of cells. So children, we can consider your cellular organizations that it is one of the most important characteristic feature which is present among the living world. Now, if I consider the examples of the metabolism, if you remember, what is metabolism? Metabolism is all the metabolic activities which is being performed inside the body of living organism. Whether it was synthetic process, whether it was destructive process. We don't bother with that. But the thing which we are important for us to know is that your metabolic activity is taking place inside the body. And this is also an exclusive process which is taking only and only among the body of living organization, of living organisms. So metabolism in this point we can consider that we can take example of nutrition. We have discussed also that your inside the body various food materials reaches to different parts of the body where it is broken down, where new products are formed and energy is formed and all that. If we consider respiration, then we will be exchanging the gases oxygen and carbon dioxide. That also inside the cells with the oxidation process, your oxygen converts into CO2. That is also one of the metabolic process. We have discussed about in the formation of urine, that was also a type of metabolic process. And all these process occurs only within the body of living organisms. Now children, if we consider the second point, that reproduction occurs inside the cells. Now we are talking about cell. If I take example of amoeba with the binary fission method, one body of amoeba, unicellular structure, divides into two parts and multiplication of the body takes place, and from one, two numbers of amoebae are formed. In case of paramecium, in case of euglena, many asexual method of reproductions are there, where at a cellular level your very large number of organisms can be produced, and this process occurs inside the body of living organism, where at the level of cells. Similarly, each and every body is made up of cells, and cells inside the body, they divide into multiple number of cells and the multicellular organisms are formed. So how those multicellular organs are formed? How those complex structures are formed? They are formed because the reproduction is taking place at the level of cells. Each and every cell is dividing to multiply into large numbers of the cell structure so that the whole organ, tissue, organ system can be constructed, can be formed. So we are not talking about that, we are talking about the reproduction part. So it is also one of the important property which happens among the cells. Now there are different type of cells which are present inside our body. Nerve cells, muscle cells, bone cells, blood are there, ovum is there. There are various types of cells which are located inside the body and performing different type of functions, different type of activities, and that is only possible at the level of cell. So now children, we are going to discuss about the cellular organization. So let us children now see that what is level of organization which is occurring, which is present among different types of living organisms. We have on this planet varieties and varieties of organisms. We are studying only in this chapter that there is a diversity of living organisms. So among those diversity, each and every living organism is not made up of same type. So where the differences are present, that only we are going to discuss now. How basically the body is made up of. You have studied in the class 9th the chapter of cell. Now what is cell? Cell is the fundamental, functional and structural unit of life. Functional and structural unit of life. So each and every living organism is made up of cell, but there is differences among them. That all the organisms are not alike, they are not same. Some of the organisms are made up of one cell, some of the organisms are made up of many cells. They are called unicellular and multicellular. Some of the cells are prokaryotes, some of the organisms are eukaryotes. So varieties and varieties of organisms are there. But we are talking here about the cell, that cellular organization in the organisms. So these cellular organisms have your different level of organization. Body development is having of different organization pattern. Now, each living organism is made up of cell. Now cell, when they multiply in numbers, a group of cell is formed and that group of cell is called tissue. Now this group of tissues, multiple number of cells making tissues. Now that tissue forms a tissue system. This tissue system gets more complex and they form organ. Now this organ converts, they get developed into an organ system. So children, different living organisms have different levels of organization. In class 9th, in taxonomy, in the diversity chapter, you have studied about the different phylums of the organisms. How the organisms are formed? They are formed from, you have studied about porifera, you have studied about coelenterata, nematoda, annelida. All those phylums we have discussed in the class 9th. So, your every living organism was not same. Some of the organism was of cellular level, some of them was at tissue level. So every living organisms are of different pattern. I told you amoeba is at cellular level. But when we move on and we move to the platyhelminths, coelentrates, annelids, they slowly keep changing into tissue system, organ, and slowly the body converts, body develops. Inside the body, various organ systems gets developed. So your different level of organization inside the body of organisms are present. So that is your cell, tissue system, organ and organ system. Now this is a special characteristic feature which occurs only among the living organisms. Now unicellular organisms are made up of single cell, so they are having cellular level of organization. But when we move ahead, different levels of organisms according to the different phylums, Platyhelminths, Coelentrates, Nematoda, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Chordata. So different level of organization. When we move on, the complexity increases and the organism changes into multicellular organisms. So multicellular organisms may be tissue level, they may be of organ level, they may be of organ system level. So the highest developed organism is having a complete organ system level, and the lowest organism is having the cellular organization of cellular level. Children, when we are talking about cellular organization, now inside the cells, various cell organelles are also present. Cell organelles like mitochondria, Golgi body, ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, nucleus, and various cell organelles are having various functions. They all perform different type of activities inside the cell so that a particular cell can be functionable in proper way. Now when that single cell is working in its proper condition, it will allow the adjacent cells also to function properly. And when the whole cells, when the whole tissue system is working properly, the organ and the organ system will make the body of a living organisms perform their functions actively. So that is why this cellular organization of body among the living organism plays a very important role. When a single cell is active, the whole body of a living organism can play its role very nicely, very fruitfully. Now moving to the next part, that inside the cell division occurs. Few minutes back I discussed about the reproduction process taking place inside the cells. I took example of amoeba. A single unicellular organism, amoeba, by the cell division process divides into two parts, into two organisms, and the process we termed as reproduction. But actually what happened? Binary fission happened. And what was this binary fission? This binary fission was the process which is considered in the cell division process. A single cell of amoeba or any single cell will divide into two cells. This is one part we can see that it is playing important role in reproduction, but actually what is happening? Actually your cell division is happening. Now this cell division which is taking place inside the body of a cell, of any organisms. Now there the type of cell division is very important. Now every cell, inside every cell, chromosomes are present. Now these chromosomes divides. Now we will not discuss, children, about the division of chromosomes. We will not be talking about haploid, diploid and all. In the later parts we will be discussing. But now in the cell division part there are two processes. Any cell divides by two processes. Now these processes are mitosis and meiosis. Now as metabolic process, reproduction process, respiration is also one of the important process which is taking place among the living organism. Each and every living organism having cells, and through the cells your respiration takes place. In class 10th, in the respiration chapter you have studied that in case of different organism, there are different patterns of respiration. There it was given in case of amoeba, through the plasma membrane of amoeba, respiration was taking place, exchange of gas was taking place. So cell is playing important role in exchange of gases even. We have discussed there in case of earthworm, in case of human being, lungs, organ is there. But that lung organ is also made up of cell. Though it is an organ, but that organ has been formed from a single cell. Many number of cells have grouped together to form tissue. Tissue into tissue system into organ. organ into organ system, and lung is our organ. So it is made up of cell. So actively each and every cell of the lung is working, so the lung is capable to function. So I just want to explain you all that at organ level, either we discuss about the organ level, either we discuss about the tissue level, either we talk about the simple organisms, either we talk about the complex organisms, multicellular organisms. Each and every living organism is made up of cells, and all the organisms are having cellular organization in their body system. So now we can define this cellular organization character as a defining character. We have never seen a stone respiring. This pen will never respire. This pen cannot move. This pen will never reproduce. No metabolic activity is going to take place inside the pen. Nothing. Nothing. No activity takes place. No such characters occurs inside the non-living material. This is only a character which possessed among the living organisms, among the living world. So hence we can define cellular organization among the living organism as a defining character. Hope children, the explanation was clear to you all. Thank you.